Hi, this is Juno and welcome back to another account review in Summoner's War. Today we are on pandorabot's account, who wants to get into Siege and RTA. He knows that he has to farm more. He didn't play for so long. It's an account that has been created 371 days ago. From the record, you can see that his arena is much higher than everything else. And I do think that is because of Lucifer. He did say he did get into Arena, but now wants to get into Siege and also RTA. Siege is in a G1 Siege, so maybe I could just give him some pointers and what he needs to do to probably get into like G2, G3 Siege. For G3, I think it's more of a box thing, because the more, I guess, shiny toys you have, the more variances of the defense you can make. The other thing is that you want to have a lot of dupes in certain 2As or just in siege offense units in general, so that you could contribute in the wins. Usually want to go at least 9-1, 10-0, so that you show that you're a constant player getting constant wins and that you are helping the guild getting wins. If you show that you are a consistent player, I think a lot of G2, G3 guilds, especially the lower ones, will take you in, and if you do well in there as well, then you have a higher chance to get into even a higher guild. He's doing all of his dungeons. He has this amazing dragons team that I didn't know they could build with Lucifer, so I kind of want to replicate it. This is very fast. It's actually very safe. We'll go check that out right now because it's just really cool. If you guys didn't know about this, maybe I'll make a video on it, but it revolves around these three units being on high damage builds, China and Ashtar specifically being on Rage, the Lucifer and the Ikaru being on fights. So double fight will on Lucifer, primarily used for arena, and also this dungeon still has a very good build doing a lot of damage. Ikaru on triple fight. Then we see the China that usually moves first on Rage Fight, Rage Blade, Rage Fight. Then we have the Ashtar going on Rage Blade. We have the Raoult going on Fatal Broken. Then the Ikaru moving on triple fight, and then the Lucifer going on double fight will. So if you just watch this, it's extremely clean, quick. The only downside is that if China does that, so it becomes a little slower if it does that. But if it doesn't do that, I think it's around the 20-second range, which is extremely quick. So quick, man. Look at that. Okay, it did a pull on China, so she was able to use skill 2 there. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, again, I think this is the more unfortunate runs. There are cleaner ones for sure. This Ashtar, yeah. I want to see Ashtar cutting in like that. I didn't want to see the last tower moving. So this is the slower run, surprisingly. It's like 30 seconds, 36 seconds. So almost as equal to probably a Liam run. But when it does it correctly, like that, it's a 20-second run. And even there, if Ashtar does not use skill 2, it's quicker. Damn. We did not pull China there, so that was unfortunate. Good damage. You just have to pull Lucifer in correctly, and it does a huge amount of damage. Look at that. That's clean. That's clean. I want to build it. I want to try this out. 31 seconds. Man, I want to see that 20-second run. Because I did test this before making this video, and it was so clean. I wonder if Ashtar always uses skill 2 if a unit is lower than like 30% HP or something like that. Ah, bad run, guys, bad run. But safe. You can see that it's very safe. It dishes out so much damage, which allows this team to work. You're really relying on Lucifer's passive gaining all that attack bar. But there's no pushback, so you do get hit by the boss once. So I guess you still need a decent amount of HP for this to work, because you don't want to get wiped there. Well, I guess a few of those units could die and you'll be okay. Guys, are you guys a farmer of dragons or giants? If you're a farmer of giants, you guys really don't need this team, because you really only need that Teshar team to speedrun those giant farming. But if you're a dragons farmer, and obviously if you have Lucifer, this is the one you want to go for. unless you have a very consistent Liam team. But what I have seen is that Liam team is extremely weak against a failed defense break. When you miss that, the run is essentially prolonged to 30 something seconds, like we see on this team as well, or you just fail, and I think that's a big issue. I hate it when they see that. I have that team built, and even now, even on my runes, I have seen issues where I fail 1 or twice in 30 runs. This is it. This is the 22nd run that we're going to be seeing. Oh no, I was wrong. Oh, actually, if you just pull this in correctly, okay, good enough. Good damage. Very good. Oof. Ikaru did not have team up. End it. Oh, this is a slow run, huh? Damn it. But you guys have seen it, right? His fastest was 21 seconds or 19 seconds. You can see right here. So it's possible. I thought this was something like where he manualed it, but it wasn't the case. He was autoing this and got that record, because I seen a record where it was like 20 seconds, which is pretty crazy. Okay, let's go check out Swap. She has a total of 1,650 runes. 6-star, level 12 to 15, efficiency 110 plus. I have a feeling that he's been farming a lot. Damn, look at that, 35 runes. Nothing over 120, but 35 runes over 110. But 35 runes over 110% in less than a little over a year, 371 days. That's crazy. So you could tell that this guy was a farmer, and he knew what the priorities was. So he's been doing really well. 100%. I'm not gonna look at 90% because I think this number will be big too. 200 runes over 100%. Yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. Let's go check out the speeds. The spare speed 26. Okay, it's not the quickest. There are a lot of +4s here. Actually, everything's +4. No +5s. Grind issues. So solo R5 looks like a priority to me. A lot of great runes though. Yeah, you can see a lot of runes here are usable. They're just not grinded. Okay, so are we gonna see that for everything else too? Swift 28 ends at 25, ends at 24, 23. Again, grind issues. Even here at the first page, a lot of grind issue. Okay, R5 is what I'll work on for sure. That is what you need to focus on. 28 on Vio. Grind issues again. Grind and gems. Okay, yeah. I think we're gonna be seeing it throughout the entirety of the thing. 27 on Will, ends at 24. Grind issues again. Even on his fastest rune, man, grind issues. Okay, so work on R5. That's the only thing that I have to say for this. Before we get into giving him recommendations for Siege and RTA. Back in the game, let's look at his box. So we know that he has Lucifer. Any other LD5s? Oh, he does have Trinity. Ooh, he has a fun RTA comp, right? Trinity, Lucifer, Leo. Trinity's a good cleave unit still. I know a lot of people are not happy with the HP type, but oh well. And then for light, Lucifer right there. That's the only one. For wind, Zenitsu, man, lucky. I want the wind Zenitsu. You do have Leo, right? Leo, perfect. Good. Any other cleavish units? Because you might want to run a cleave in the beginning at the very least, because you want to take advantage of having Lucifer. I guess you could just, go with like Lucian and stuff, but okay. It looks like you are missing a lot of Nat 5s though. Fire. Okay, we can make a generic box for him. Then we could also pick in the cleavish units that he could use. So if he wants to try out that cleave comp, he could go that route because he has Bastet as well. But if he thinks that playstyle doesn't fit him, or he meets a wall, he doesn't know how to deal with the comps that counter his cleavish style, then he might want to go for a more generic team. So let's see what we could do there. First, let's go into Siege and see what kind of defenses he's running. He's running a lot of defenses. Yeah, like these, I wouldn't put in defense. Remove. I will remove most of these. This is G1 Siege. Yeah, I doubt these are working. Maybe these. And maybe this. Maybe these bottom 3. Not working, not working. Yeah, that's working, not working. Interesting, this is kind of working. Kind of working. Oh, and this one is not working too. So I think right now you have too many things ruined up. You could definitely decrease this amount and ruin these better to see more success. You also might want to start building the Fire Mermaid because they're becoming meta. Let's see if we could add something. You have Savannah. I mean, this is also still good because you had Tessarion. Everybody should have Tessarion, to be fair. Oh, you have Ashar too. It just needs to be scaled up. So you need to build some of these units. Oh, you do have the Fire Mermaid. Perfect. Fire Mermaid, Irene. If you have Irene, that'd be great. And the Winzenitsu. Yeah, that's a big team. If you have Irene. And we know that Winzenitsu is pretty hot right now. So definitely want to add Winzenitsu in the defense too, if you can. But you might not have Irene actually. Yeah, you don't have Irene. Okay. Then the other type of teams that we see, do you have Chandra? No Chandra. So 24 lead plus like maybe the Dark Dice Magician. That's a nat 4. Something that you could definitely build. You do have this too. So you could definitely try a defense with Fiona. Yeah, just look for the more meta stuff. Yeah, Fiona. You definitely could run something like this actually. The Fire Mermaid with the Liu Mei, and then a Fuki. And Fuki's a nat 4, so if you don't have him, just build him. Yeah, it looks like you don't have him. But it's definitely a good defense still, and people are starting to bring them out. So I just think you have to you have to look for some meta defenses. Because right now, you're running things that are not meta, no longer meta. These are so outdated. I mean, some of the recommendations I give are pretty outdated too, but they're not as outdated as the ones you see here. So pick a couple that are a little newer, some that you could exploit because you have them that are more meta, like the Winzenitsu, and try to fit it into your team. And I will also recommend that you tell your guild as well so that you can stack it in towers to see more success. But that's what I will do. Like this works if it was ruined better, probably. Yeah, like these runes are not gonna work. Like these are horrible runes, and I see why it's failing. It's not because of the comp, it's just because of the rune quality. It's really bad, and that's why I think you have to decrease the amount of defenses you currently have. For offense, that's obviously a good one. Another good one here. I'll probably go with the speed lead though. Bad one, bad one. Oh, this could work, but you really have only 2 right now, huh? Like, why don't you have a Fang team? Because you don't have Fang. Yeah. This is tricky. You could definitely make Sierra, Masha, and Orion. Because I know you have Sierra. Yep. Again, outdated, but it works. Yeah, you definitely have to build some 2A stuff too. Like another common one is Galleon, Bernard, and Julie. With your rune quality, I think you could get something to work because you do have decent damage sets. But it does look like you're missing a lot of stuff. Like you could use Leo. Where's Leo? Right there. Like Fang would be very popular here if you had Fang. You don't have Diana either. It gets a little hard right now, huh? If you had like Sonya or something like that, you can make an offense here too. Ignore defense. But it looks like you don't have Sonya either. So it looks like you're missing a piece or two to get some more generic offenses up and going. Again, this is pretty common. But you don't have a ignore defense unit here. Unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to think of your offense a little more since you're limited with the units that you currently have. I will decrease the amount of defenses and then try to think of better offenses to get more wins. Right now, I think you're going to have a hard time getting into a higher guild because of this fact. that you are missing a whole lot of units that you could use to make some generic offenses in G2, G3 to deal with the meta defenses. For RTA, it's a little easier. You're currently in F1. Yeah, that's very low. This is your box, which I think is fine for the amount of runes and the rune quality we've seen, but we definitely are going to start seeing grinds and gem issues, so the efficiency of the builds aren't going to look too great. If anything, this is what I'll do. I'll take out all of these, and let's say we start with these 3, right? So this is a cleave, right? So here you probably want to add things like Samath. Samath is a good addition for a cleave. And I think Bastet is another good addition for a cleave. Not scaled up, unfortunately. Let's assume that they're going to be scaled up. And then finally, we're going to add the Lucian. Probably want to add Julie too. Just things that do a lot of damage. It's really what you want. So that's your cleave team. If you could get it working. It's just that these are your 3 damage dealers. If Lucian gets banned, can you do enough damage to kill with these 2? Questionable. I guess you will need an attack buff in there. Yeah. Anything else that's also good for a cleave? No, I think this is it, really. Right? Oh, Julie. Okay. So we could add the Julie too. I never ran this team, so I'm not too sure of this. If you guys know how to deal with this, if you guys know how to build this team, please let me know. Please let this guy know in the comment below on what he needs to add more to make this team more usable. Because right now, to me, it looks like we don't have enough units. So that's your cleavage team. Now, if you ask me for more generic picks, definitely want a high base speed unit right there. A triple revenge bird right there. Yeah, Asher could definitely work. Wind Monkey could work. It's fully scaled up too, so I'm going to use that. And then, is Tessarion scaled up? No, so we won't take that. Oh, we're assuming it's scaled up, so should we just take it? Josephine. We want to take Abilio, not scaled up. Did you have Oliver? I don't think you had Oliver though. Asher is good. Yeah, I'm going to just pick everything assuming that they're scaled up. Let's take Riley too. Riley is very strong in low level, and I think you're low level right now because you don't know what to do. This for sure. Rakuni for sure. Winzenitsu for sure. Oh, you do have Diana. Okay. So if you just had Eladriel, you can make that siege offense. That's still extremely usable in G1. Gyu. I think that's probably it. Oh, Veramos. How could I forget that? So this is the entirety of the box that I'll probably use right now. Just remember that if you're going a cleave, if you want to try this, I don't know what else you could pick out of these 3. Guys, again, please give him the idea. Because you guys, there has to be a more expert out there on Lucifer Cleaves in RTA than me. Since I still never played with it. But right now, this box seems a little too small for just to be running this. I wonder what else he could add. Outside of that, I think he has a lot of options. It's just that he's lacking a speed lead. So I think you might have to take Sierra. Oh, did you have Vanessa at the very least? Sierra, Vanessa. Damn it, no Vanessa. Ooh, Rakan is a Leo counter, but it's not skilled up. You do have Sierra. And that's about it. Damn, you have only 1 speed lead, so that's also a pretty big flaw, unfortunately. Yeah, if you had another good speed lead, that would have been nice. Oh well, but this is what I'll do. And if you're going to a more conventional team, I'll probably do a Sierra first pick. Because you do have strippers still, like single target strip, single target strip, single target strip, single target strip. A lot of single target strips here that could still help you use the Sierra. It would be nice to have an AoE strip though. Do you have anything? Kapsu would be a good addition as well. Yeah, we should have Kapsu as well. think Gupsu is just as annoying as a Riley in lower level. I don't want to add in like Nora. I guess this is what you have to work with. I know this is also a AoE strip, but it's more of a cleave. Not a cleave that you use with Leo Lucifer. I think more like a Maximilian cleave for that one. You could try using Zima, but he has slow base speed. I don't think you have to really force yourself to go AoE strip if you don't have one. You could try adding a Wind Robo if you want to, but again, don't force yourself. I think you could go away with single target strips. Let's just add a Omduat to it too, because Omduat could bring in some clutch stuns and maybe strips as well. Yeah, this is a team I'll play with. This is definitely the box I'll play with. It might be a little too much, but thankfully the top 6 doesn't use the more conventional runes. Well, it might take your Swift runes, but other than that, I think you're okay. Or top 7. The rest is more of Vile stuff, right? Any despair, 1 despair, or 2 despair. Everything else is Vile. Oh, triple revenge. Oh, another Swift. But mostly Vile, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, try building this box, but I would try this team up here first, because I know there are people that run it, and since you do have these 2 LD5s, I do think they could semi-work. I want to see you try this. I know there are a lot of experts out there that run something similar, maybe not with the Trinity, maybe with another crazy AoE damage dealer, but for you, I guess this is your only option. Just try to make it something semi-close to it. Anyhow, that was it for this review, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want account reviews like this, please join my Patreon. For this account, I really think that if he works a little more on grinds and gems, his builds will look a lot better, and he should easily get out of F3 in my eyes. He should be playing in C1 at the very least. But that was it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.